Welcome. Discover the power of the collective creativity. Join us on the Creative Catalyst Hive for inspiring stories, practical tips, and expert guidance to unlock your creative potential. Ignite your creativity. Join the Hive. Hey, Brittney, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for joining me today to talk to us about some creative cleaning tips. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, so my name is Brittney Caro. I am a Christian. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a small business owner. And yeah, that's me.
Fabulous. So you came to talk to us today about creativity in the cleaning lane. So can you tell me, what does creativity mean to you?
So I would say creativity to me means dreaming up of anything, any possibility, and making that happen and putting it into real life.
Exciting. And can you tell me, how did you come across this passion of cleaning houses?
So, my children are my pride and joy. I love them. And I felt like working a normal job, I was not able to spend as much time with them as I wanted. And so I started thinking about, okay, what am I good at? And what can I do to make it a business? And so there were several things that came to mind. But ultimately, I felt like what people needed help with the most is cleaning their homes. So I turned that into my business. I'm very passionate about it. I love helping people and I love cleaning as well. So I put those two things together and here we are.
Fabulous. Can you tell me, um, when did you discover that you were good at cleaning?
It did not come right away. I didn't really appreciate cleaning until after I became a mother. Um, I feel like it's an essential part of, having a home and creating something where it's orderly. Kids thrive whenever things are clean and orderly. And so I didn't really appreciate it until after I had kids.
No, I think I would agree with that statement. Great cleaning. I still don't exactly love it, but I understand it's a necessity. So tell me, what do you find rewarding about this passion of starting your own business, number one, and number two, cleaning and helping people through cleaning homes?
So, one, I find it rewarding having my own cleaning business. I am able to spend all of my kids' free time with them. I drop them off at school in the morning. I'm there when they get home. I can take them to their sporting events. I'm a present mom. So that's number one. Um, and number two, what's really rewarding is just being able to help people in general.
Mhm.
Um, I love whenever I go in and I do my walkthroughs with people um, before I start cleaning for them. I do a walkthrough. I love knowing that they need help and being able to provide that for them. It brings me a lot of joy.
Fabulous. Can you tell me, what are some challenges like when you come home at the end of the day of cleaning somebody else's house? Is it challenging to clean your own? What are some challenges you face with this business?
Yes, so there are definite challenges. Coming home after cleaning someone else's house all day is challenging, of course. But what I've done is we as a family have come together. We've created a chore chart in our home. And so everyone pitches in, and it's a lot easier to handle the household chores when everyone is doing it together. and we all know what we need to do. And that way it's not just on one person to get everything done. And we all have small things. And so the small things don't seem as bad as looking at it in a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a little bit
that's
each
how we,
day. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That, so tell me, um, where do you bring creativity into your chore chart at home and into your job that you do each day?
So I would say creating the chore chart in itself. I mean, it's you have your color coding, and you have to be very thoughtful in how you do it, so everything's getting done. um, I love to pull my kids in and get their thoughts on how we create it and how they want it done, if they want weekly chores or they want everything like each day is a different thing. So we we brainstorm together and we create it together. Um, as far as my business, I love to think of new ways to be more efficient whenever cleaning. I'm always learning. That's a key part of being creative, is knowing like, okay, I'm never too old to learn new tricks.
Right.
So learning new ways to clean or better ways.
So,
So, yeah.
so if we wanted to, one, either implement a tour chart or find better ways to clean our own homes if we're busy and can't afford someone like you amazingly to come in and clean, what are some tips you would give us to do at home ourselves?
So, I know as far as shore charts go, there's plenty of things online where people can turn to for ideas on how to create their own chore charts at home. And also online for cleaning tips as well. I would say that if you are able to hire someone to clean, it's important to know like what to look for and what not to look for.
Mhm.
It's really important to trust the person that you allow to come into your home. And it's important to do walkthroughs and let that person know your exact needs. And that way they know how to help you. So, yeah.
No, I think all of those are great. Are there any specific cleaning tips and tricks that you've come across that you could share with the audience?
So, I would say that cleaning from top to bottom. So, it's really important so you don't have to double back on things
Mhm.
when you're cleaning. I've learned that the hard way. But there's so many things. So I recently discovered where if you have like a O-Cedar spin mop, you can put one of those scrub daddies in there and it will scrub your floors because they don't have scrubbing options on those. So it's a good hack, you could say.
Right.
But there's plenty of things, plenty of tips on cleaning that we could get into. I find a lot of them through, I hate to admit it, TikTok. But
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Discover
it's very informative.
it. Mhm. Yes. So tell me a little bit about what it looks like for you to go into a new client's home. You said you do a walkthrough, you kind of figure out what they want, what their needs are. Have you ever had a customer who maybe has called you back or maybe has been dissatisfied before? And how did you handle that?
So I have. There was one client. I I did a walkthrough. We discussed a deep cleaning. Um, she told me what she wanted done, and I went in. I spent all day. I deep cleaned, and it wasn't till a couple days later she had messaged me saying that she wasn't satisfied and that she would like to be taken off the schedule. Um, So it was because I didn't move her couches, but that wasn't stated in the walkthrough. So it's very important when doing walkthroughs to be very specific what you want done. Because if I don't know, then I can't, I won't do what I don't know. So I told her I was very sorry that if she would like, I could come back and I could move the couches and clean under the couches. But ultimately, she just decided that she didn't want to continue. So that was fine. I mean, everyone has their own way of thinking, and ours just didn't align.
Hmm. So clarity is key and clear is kind, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming in and giving us some tips and tricks on how to do things ourselves and also what to look for if you're trying to find someone to come in and help supplement the cleaning, and just how you manage the home and creating buy-in by all of the people in your house. And because on the chore chart, it's not just you, right? And your kids.
No,
I have
it's
hubby
our
on
whole
there too.
family.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
everybody has a key role and a pivotal point. What happens if they don't meet their point, by the way? What happens if they don't do their job?
So there are days where sometimes we're just so busy that we don't get to it, and we normally will skip those days. If it's not due to busyness, obviously, if say one of my children decide, oh, they don't feel like doing their chore today, then they'll just have to double down the next day.
Hmm. Then
So
privileges will eventually be taken away if need be.
obviously, yes.
Yeah. But hopefully the buy-in, the teamwork as everybody getting it done together enlist everybody pulling their weight, and that's good.
Right. Yes.
Well, do you have any parting wisdom or thoughts to give our listeners?
Um, I would say just when cleaning your homes, just go in and focus on one thing at a time. Don't get so caught up in the big picture. Looking at your whole home can be daunting. When you see, oh my gosh, my house is a mess. You're focusing on it as a whole instead of, okay, let me do one thing specifically. Let's get this taken care of. It's all the small things that create the whole thing being clean eventually. So I know that a lot of people who are busy can't spend all day cleaning. So focusing on small little tasks will be helpful.
Right. What do you say about clutter? How do you handle that?
So, clutter, I would say when you walk into a room and you see clutter, you want to first get it all together in one spot and then separate it into sections. Okay, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And then you go and you bring those things to their spots. Um, Clutter can be overwhelming for a lot of people. So that's a good way to deal with it.
Gotcha. Well, if people wanted to find you and follow up and maybe make an appointment with you, where would they do that?
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook, Brittney Caro on Facebook. I also have my cleaning business has a Facebook group. It's Totally Spotless Maid Service. You can find me there. If you would like to contact me directly, my phone number is 985-991-4262. You can call, you can text, whatever you want to do.
That is. And how far do you travel in the radius of your home?
So I would say within like a 15-mile radius.
Mhm. Okay. And you're in the
Friendswood
southeast.
area.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Okay, perfect. All right. Any other things? No?
I don't think so.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Join the hive where
Not a
ideas
problem.
thrive, a buzzing hub of creativity alive. The Creative Catalyst Hive, your guiding light. Ignite your spark, take flight. Thanks for listening with your host, creativity coach, Misty Hummel.